So there are a couple of ways to deal with invasive plant species. One is mechanical. That means you go out with a shovel, with your gloves, and you literally either dig up or pull the invasive plant from the ground. That's very labor intensive and requires a lot of man hours. The second way is to use a chemical treatment. We're not big on using herbicides. We try to avoid that whenever we can, but in a lot of cases, with limited time and money, it's the best way to get the biggest bang for your buck. So this plant here is called winged euonymus. It's also known as burning bush. This is actually a plant that is sold in nurseries, and people love it because of the brilliant red color that it changes in the fall. But it can also be a runaway species, and here in Jacobsburg, it is one of those invasive species. We have basically a small-scale forest here right at the confluence of the Sobers Run and Bushkill Creek, where this plant has just taken over. This is another common invasive plant species called multiflora rose. It's called multiflora rose because it's a variety of rose that gets multiple flowers on the ends here. It's very spiny and prickly, like a rose bush. And originally, this was brought to Pennsylvania and encouraged in Pennsylvania to be like a living hedgerow, encouraged for wildlife habitat, to be a hedgerow to encourage for small game and things like that. Unfortunately, it's invasive. It got away and just spread like crazy. So this is another invasive plant called Japanese barberry. It's a bush or shrub type plant, and it does produce berries. The berries do get eaten and dispersed. The seeds get dispersed, and that's another one of the ways that the plant spreads within an environment. Fortunately, it's relatively easy to deal with, and we have it in this area in bunches. So it's not just a carpet of barberry, but it is in bunches. It makes it easier to work on. This is another problematic invasive plant species called Japanese knotweed. It is a member of the bamboo family. It's related to bamboo, and it grows thick walls of the plant, and typically along creeks and rivers, along the floodplains and riparian areas. And unfortunately, it'll grow walls of this. You can find walls of this growing along the Lehigh River, along the Lehigh Canal, along our waterways. What happens is when it goes to seed, the seed then gets dropped into the water, flows further down creek or downstream, and gets passed along that way. It's important for people to remember that when trying to treat invasive plant species, it's not a once and done thing. With the seed bank lasting anywhere from 5 to 10 years for given species, you really have to stay on it from year to year to year. If you do that, if you can dedicate some time and energy and some resources to that, you can get it down from an invasive species problem to something that you're just managing on a yearly basis, once or twice a year, to go out, spend some time and take care of whatever's coming back.